Welcome back to Wrestling Apocalypse, the only place where we don't just track the stars, we hunt for the truth and the shadows they leave behind. If you've been scrolling through social media with a sense of growing dread, if you've been staring at the entrance ramp every Monday night waiting for that primal, dog bark echo to shatter the silence, then you know exactly why we're here tonight. Bron Breakker, the genetic powerhouse, the man who was supposed to be the inescapable force of the modern era, has vanished. No matches, no promos, and most terrifyingly, no explanation. For 3 weeks, the most explosive athlete in the business has been a ghost in the machine. But tonight, the silence has finally been broken. WWE officials have stepped out from behind the velvet curtain to answer the frantic questions of the fans, and let me tell you, the reason for Bron's absence isn't just creative having nothing for him. It is a revelation that involves secret medical clearances, a backstage confrontation that never made it to air, and a restructuring of the main event hierarchy that could change the face of WrestleMania 42. The energy in the wrestling community right now is a powder keg. To understand the weight of this disappearance, you have to look back at the trajectory Bron Breakker was on. We aren't talking about a mid-carder taking a vacation. We are talking about a man who hits the ropes at 23 miles per hour, a man who spearheads his opponents into the next dimension. When he was drafted, the message was clear: the badass era had arrived. But then, after a devastatingly physical encounter 3 weeks ago that saw the ring nearly collapse, Bron simply stopped appearing. The fan perspective has been a mix of confusion and pure conspiracy. Is he injured? Is he being packaged? Or is there something deeper happening behind those heavy steel doors at WWE headquarters in Stamford? Tonight, a high-ranking WWE official finally went on record, and the story they told feels like something out of a cinematic thriller. It turns out that Bron Breakker hasn't been sitting at home. He has been in a state of enforced dark isolation at the Performance Center. But it isn't for training, it's for evaluation. During his last untelevised live event match, Bron reportedly entered a fugue state of intensity. Sources backstage are telling us at Wrestling Apocalypse that Breakker became so overwhelmed by the genetic beast persona that he actually broke 2 of the ring's support beams during a simple tackle. The company realized they didn't just have a superstar on their hands, they had a liability that the current roster wasn't physically prepared to handle. Imagine the drama of that boardroom meeting. You have Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis arguing over who has to take him back. Pearce wants him on Raw to bolster the heavyweights, but Aldis is terrified that Bron will literally dismantle the SmackDown locker room. The "where is Bron" question wasn't answered with a press release, it was answered with a leak from a trainer who saw him last week. They say Bron is currently undergoing a specialized recalibration program. They are trying to find a way to bottle that Steiner-line aggression before he seriously hurts someone or himself. But there's a darker, more cinematic layer to this. We've heard whispers that Bron's absence is actually a psychological play. Think about the stakes. By pulling him off TV while he was at his hottest, WWE has created a vacuum. Every time the lights flicker, every time a segment runs long, the fans start that barking chant. They are starving for the wolf. The shocking news here is that Bron Breakker isn't being punished, he is being weaponized. WWE officials have hinted that they are waiting for the perfect moment of chaos to let him off the leash. They want him to be the apocalypse that resets the title picture. Backstage, the locker room is reportedly divided. You have the veterans who are relieved he's gone, men who don't want to wake up the next morning feeling like they were hit by a freight train. Then you have the young lions who feel like the show has lost its edge. One anonymous superstar told us, walking into the building without Bron there feels like walking into a cage match where the lion has been taken to the vet. It's quieter, sure, but you know that when that cage door opens again, somebody is getting eaten. The fan perspective on social media has reached a fever pitch. Hashtag find Bron and hashtag let the dog loose are trending every Monday. People are dissecting every like on Bron's social media, trying to find a sign of life. When WWE finally addressed it tonight, saying he was undergoing elective physical conditioning, the fans saw right through it. You don't condition a man who is already built like a tank. You hide a man who is becoming too dangerous for the script. The emotional beat of this story is the frustration of the main event GUSO and Cody Rhodes, who have both been asked about Bron in recent interviews. You can see it in their eyes, a mix of respect and genuine concern. Cody mentioned that there's a pace to this business, and then there's Bron's pace. The implication is clear: Bron Breakker is a man out of time, a throwback to an era of pure, unbridled violence that the modern corporate structure is struggling to contain. As we look toward the next few weeks, the "where is Bron" mystery is shifting into a "when will he strike" countdown. Every SmackDown that passes without him is another gallon of gasoline poured on the fire. When that music finally hits, whether it's at a premium live event or a random Tuesday night, the explosion is going to be tectonic. We are talking about the kind of return that defines a decade. He won't just come back for a match, he will come back for the throne. We here at Wrestling Apocalypse are going to be tracking the Stamford internal memos 24/7. We've got eyes on the Performance Center, and we are waiting for that first sighting of the black and silver singlet. This isn't just a hiatus, it's a metamorphosis. Bron Breakker is being rebuilt into something that can't be stopped, and when he finally answers the fans' questions himself, he won't use words, he'll use a spear that rings out like a shotgun blast. I want to hear from you, the most dedicated community in the world. Are you buying the physical conditioning excuse, or do you think Bron is being kept away because he's too intense for the current storylines? Who should be his first target when he returns to claim his spot? Is it Cody? Is it Gunther? Or is it time for the ruler Obafemi to meet the genetic beast in a battle for the ages? Drop your theories, your bark emojis, and your predictions in the comments below. We read every single one, and tonight, we are all searching for the wolf. If you're as hungry for Bron's return as we are, hit that like button to show WWE that we want the badass back on our screens. Smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update, because when Bron Breakker finally breaks his silence, the apocalypse will be televised. I've been your host for Wrestling Apocalypse. Watch your back, stay loud, and we'll see you at the next bell.